Are you reliable?
All right, we're live. And let me put my tablet down. It's just the Double S Project Fantasy Football chat, discussion, commentary, whatever it is we're going to do. We're going to do it short. We're going to do it sweet. I'm Previn I.W. Taylor of the Double S Project. With me is Pete Double S Dukes in Drying Out, South Carolina. Staying
Yeah.
dry, bro. Staying dry.
Where I am, I'm blessed, man. Everything is okay
Man,
this way.
no drowning. You know,
No.
he might rename his team the Fire Ants.
Yeah, you saw that.
I saw that with the Fire Ants, man. What's going on with you in the fantasy football realm, man? How'd you do this week?
I won one game and lost another one, so my teams are pretty average. I think it's just a matter of putting in the right combinations. But the two games that I lost in my money league were by like
All right,
three or four, 3 or 4 points.
it's the Double S
So
Project Fantasy Football.
yeah, so I don't really. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm not
Okay,
panicking yet. There's no need.
gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I got two leagues. The Double S League, which I am 3-1 in. I have the luckiest 3 wins, I think. Well, the last one, I played Dion, so shout out to
Okay.
Dion.
Did you
He's
you beat Dion? That's not gonna go well. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you want me to do, man? I had a bad lineup. Half my team was hurt.
Right.
I mean, I had bad matchup. I did have some guys kind of go off. Keenan Allen went off again. Um, Ingram had a good day. I got better than I expected from Bridgewater in a tough matchup against the Broncos defense. That's I had him in with Andrew Luck being hurt. I got a good matchup. He's gonna be real bad about that.
Yeah, he
I
is.
played. Yeah, I played. Whose defense did I play last week? I picked up a streaming defense. Cut the Dolphins and picked up a streaming defense.
Cut the
And yeah, I cut the
Dolphins.
Dolphins defense. I'm
You should
sorry,
have
man.
cut them. You should have cut them a long time ago after the
Hey,
first grade.
man. Well, you know what? I wasn't playing them, so it didn't matter. Yeah. Oh, I
Exactly.
ran with the Green Bay defense last week against uh, the can victims they were playing. Oh, the 49ers. So yeah, I got a lot of points off of that. Dion's not happy about defense scoring a lot of points. So yeah, and I think I got lucky in my other league. My opponent got bit down by that injury bug. Nobody in that league scored a whole lot of points. I'm 3-1 there. I'm the highest scoring team there, but I got two other teams ahead of me that are undefeated. So it's kind of a weird league there. Um, so
Okay.
yeah, man. How about them injuries though?
Mounting up. They're mounting
Mounting
up.
up, man. Getting
Mm,
hard to put together. Getting hard to put together. But the bye weeks are kicking in too, so it's going to be a little difficult to get a lineup in. So we're going to talk a little bit about digging deep on the waivers, which that's the generals. If you're in your office, just having the same discussion with everybody right about now, especially with being Tuesday. Anybody you moving on right now?
I'm not gonna move on anybody. I mean, my team. I mean, because I'm basically gonna just be trading off what I
Hmm.
might think is somebody hot versus number three or number four receiver. But I mean, I might take some consideration looking for Starks. If nobody's
Hmm.
picked him up. James Starks in Green Bay. I think Eddie Lacy is going to be in and out, and I think just based on the wear and tear of Eddie Lacy, they're going to be probably working Starks in a lot more. And
Starks is a good receiver as well.
I was about to say he's good on third down.
Hmm.
I also saw that they, just even though they had a good game last night, they've been pretty decent as far as fantasy points. Detroit Lions defense. So if you're struggling for a defense, you need a number two defense. You might want to consider
Um,
picking them up from a fantasy
Now they
standpoint
get the,
here.
like you said earlier before we got on, you said they got the Cardinals this week, so
And then after that,
it's not a good matchup. But after that, yeah,
they got the Bears, Minnesota, and Kansas City. And Kansas City don't score more than 15 points a game. Minnesota, I mean, after a couple of touchdowns from Adrian Peterson, they're pretty much shut them down. So,
hmm,
Detroit Lions defense might be a good pickup for you.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Um,
How about you?
I Yeah, I picked up. I had him on my bench, and he went crazy. I picked up Hankerson last week. I've been scraping the bottom of the barrel, literally trying to keep stock of number three, 4, and 5 wide receivers because of injuries and non-productivity. So I picked up Hankerson. For whatever reason, didn't play him. I thought the Texans had a better secondary. I guess they covered Jones with like 7 people and just left Hankerson all by himself.
Right, right,
So, but quiet is kept. If you haven't noticed, Hankerson is pretty much the number 2 in Atlanta. Roddy Long, he's probably still going to have some days here and there, but thus far this year, he hadn't been that dude. Also, I was thinking if you're really, if you're in like a deep league, like a 12 league, the 15 and 16 teams, um, they've already gone after him by now, I'm sure. But in a 10 and 12s, if you're stuck on a bye or you got injury issues and you need a flex, it may be time to invest in Tavon Austin.
true.
Yeah,
He's still out there.
he's scored like I think 3 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks or something like that. He definitely got 2 last week.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I had Hillman earlier
Mhm.
and cut him, but it
Mhm.
looks like he's reemerging now. Um, so
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you don't have him already, that might be a thing to do.
Oh, Alex
Uh,
Hearns, Allen
Alex
Hearns,
Hearns, yeah, Allen,
Allen
excuse
Hearns
me.
from Jacksonville
If you,
is basically the number one receiver in Jacksonville. So if you need a number 3 flex, he
hmm
might do something for you. He's scoring some
hmm
points. Yeah,
yeah.
scoring some fantasy
Um,
points.
I had a discussion. The name doesn't jump up because we're not professionals and we don't have a staff. But the name doesn't jump to mind immediately. But Redskins fans, after watching the game this week, they got a guy who's their slot receiver who's probably going to get a lot more attention, especially with Jordan Reed getting concussed. Another flex play. Some probably shout his name out. I hope you do in the comments section. Don't try to be nice to us though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, any definite, at this point in time to cut bait if you hadn't done it already?
I mean, it's difficult because of the injuries and folks are bouncing in and out. I mean, you got some studs that are hurt. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to drop Andrew Luck. You're not going to do that. You're not going to drop Ben
Mm-hmm.
Roethlisberger. But at the same time, if you need to pick up a Derek Carr to spare, if he happens to still be out there for some reason, you might want to
Yeah,
consider
I
picking him
can't
up.
imagine that Carr would still be out there, but because he's not
Yeah.
in the double S league, he was gone like a week ago.
I will say that, you know, Carlos Hyde started out hot and he's fizzled down a little bit.
Yeah.
If we got a better option for Carlos Hyde, you might want to take to that. Also,
Well, Arian
Aaron
Foster's
Foster,
coming back online. I don't know how good it's going to be, but it's at this point, what's Houston going to do? Not play him?
yeah, he's going to play. He's going to get the ball. I mean, they're going to have to play him.
Mm-hmm.
And also, as far as Tyler Eifert, he started out hot, and I mean, he put up a dud last week and got about 7, somewhat points or whatever this week. But he started out looking for one tight end, and now I don't know if the defenses are rolling coverage over to him or what's going on. But so you might consider better options for those guys like that. Some guys that started out hot, some guys
Mm-hmm.
haven't emerged in the way that you thought they were going to emerge. But I mean, at this point, you should have a good feel for your team, and don't be afraid at this point if you're looking at a 1-3 or 0-4 record to dangle out a trade. If you got one hot player, you
If
might
you
want to try to.
can,
If you got a hot player,
if you get
you
that
might
one
want to
hot,
dangle him out. I mean, like I said before, my quarterback situation is the strongest I have had in a while. When I have an Aaron Rodgers and a Carson Palmer, if I fall next week and I see a weakness, I'm going to dangle Carson Palmer out there for somebody. I mean,
yeah.
he'll
Now,
never.
what would you? But here's the thing. What would you take for Carson Palmer at this point? I mean, what do you? No, I mean, what are you
I'm looking.
looking
I'm
for?
looking. I'm honestly looking. I'm weak at in that league. I'm weak at tight end, and
Mhm.
my receivers, my running backs are kind of hit or miss. They're
Right.
good running
Well,
backs
you're not going to get it
on
wrong for Carson Palmer. So
no, but I
in
would
terms of
take
tight end,
in consideration, well, think about it though. If Carson Palmer's a quarterback and he's
mhm.
putting up 20 to 30 points a game, so you give me a number three receiver and a running back, that's your 30 points. It's me to
Mhm.
me. It's about matching point value for what you're trying to give up. And Carson
Yeah,
Palmer,
that's kind of the discussion I try to have. It's obviously we've had different experiences, and people want to win the trade as opposed to exchange the points. So I've kind of like been talking in the office about if I had a Carson Palmer, or even before the injury, where I was thinking about trading Andrew Luck, um, basically saying I'll settle for something that's going to a wide receiver 2 or 3 that's going to give me something in the neighborhood of 2/3 of what Luck would be producing on a weekly basis, 1-to-1, because I just probably wouldn't be able to get a second running back 3 or even some sort of flex type guy thrown in a 2-for-1 on that.
right,
At least not
right,
without the trade escalating quickly, which I would have been willing to do, but people don't seem to respond to. Well, I haven't. I'm not in any leagues where people seem to respond to multiplayer exchanges that can get, well, not complicated, but people just want to hold on to their stuff. They're in love with their roster. It's a complaint I've had for years.
right.
I mean, if
Agree.
you're wanting something, I don't know how in love with your roster you could possibly be. But I mean, at the same time, understand if you're, and I've been in that situation, you're 0-4, 1-3 at this point. I've had that dude come to me, saying, "Yeah, I'll give you my number 5 running back for your best wide receiver because you need the help." And I'm like,
Right,
all I'm doing is making you better, man. Come on, that's not a trade. Why would I do that?
right.
So yeah,
I mean, so yeah,
yeah.
man.
So
So
yeah. So
how you looking?
speaking out
Oh,
there, don't be that dude. If you're undefeated or 3-1, going to that 1 and something or winless dude talking about, yeah, I'll give you the worst player on my roster for the best player. Come on, would you take that trade for real? Think about that before you do that. That's all I'm saying.
right,
Go
right.
ahead, man. With the question now.
No, I was just looking like this week. Anything anything pretty obvious matchups or anything like that?
Well, I'm playing this dude that's got a team called the DJs
Oh, you
in the
playing?
Double S League.
Oh, you'll win.
Yeah. No,
You'll
I don't know, man. The projections are not kind. Though I don't really put a lot of stock in the projections. I got some decent matchups, but it looks like you got better ones.
yeah.
That's all.
The
That's all I can really say.
players actually play. I don't know. Well, we'll see. As
Yeah.
Sean Jeffries hasn't touched the field yet, so who knows?
You
Uh,
know. Well,
uh,
so yeah. I mean, I'm putting right now. I got Luck, Allen, Vincent Jackson, Mark Ingram, Matt Jones. He's kind of fallen off, but I'm thin at running back. I'm see if I can make some moves or something. Try and bolster that back up. Go with the Green Bay defense against St. Louis. Um, that won't be an easy game though. That's going to be something. I actually going to play Hankerson. He's got the Redskins. They got a beat up secondary. They're going to try and shut down Julio Jones just like everybody else. So that could be ugly. So that's
okay.
basically what I'm looking at. And I see you got your lineup in, but you'll probably make some adjustments to that already.
I have no idea what that lineup is right now. But anyway. All right, man.
So yeah. Yep. So if we entertained you tonight, give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Check us out on our Facebook, the Double S Project Facebook page. Also on Twitter at the Double S Project. And I keep saying we'll try and stick in some periscopes, perhaps doing a mid between the 1 and 4 o'clock games. This weekend was kind of crazy for me. This weekend's kind of crazy for Pete, given the weather
Yeah.
situation. So neither one of us were able to avail ourselves. I might be a little better off this Sunday if nothing crazy pops off again. and maybe try and give some insights, some observations, some notables and quotables. Otherwise, that's kind of what Twitter's for as well. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see you again at some point, maybe next week.
Yep. Okay.
And thanks for checking us out.
Peace out.